And it's snowing, the first snow of the season. Of course, through the phone, you can't really see it that well, but man, it's October 17th, extremely excited, and we're almost a month away from Thanksgiving. Well, a month and a week, but very exciting time to be alive. Look at those trees. Oh, now you can see it. Now you can see it. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. I can't wait for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's just an amazing time. Guys, today we're talking about Celsius and their bankruptcy lawyers costing millions of dollars. Within an 18-day period, they set out their first bill, and we're talking millions of dollars. We're talking about a rate that's thousands of dollars per hour. These are the most gorgeous trees. Obviously, it depends probably on the actual tree itself, but look at that. Look at that. Wow. That is something. That is definitely something. All right, so it definitely pays to be a Celsius bankruptcy lawyer. However, as people pointed down in the comments of many of these articles and on Reddit, it probably is not worth it. First of all, it's not a single lawyer that's getting paid $5,000 an hour. It's probably a team of people, of lawyers and clerks who are getting paid anywhere from $300 to $500 per hour, which is a lot. However, in many of these cases, they're working for companies, the big law firms, they're overworking these attorneys until they make partner. It is a disaster. And even when they make partner, they're still working a ton of hours. I'm exhausted sometimes mentally from just talking with clients and overtime and whatever, but there are many degrees out there that pay extremely well, such as medicine or lawyers, but you work even more hours, and yes, you get paid eventually the big bucks. But before then, you have many years where you're earning decent wages, or even in medicine, below decent, sometimes below minimum wage, and you're working 80, 90, 100 hours a week, sometimes for years on end. And this is extremely stressful because if you mess anything up, you have lives. You are responsible for entire lives. You could send people to jail if you fail. You could accidentally cause the death of a patient if you fail. So I never was jealous of doctors or lawyers. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Honestly, to me, that sounds not great. It sounds like pure heck.
Okay, it's 8:48. We finally got back to the dealership from making a car delivery, and let's go home now and record.
All right, so when we dig into the details, it looks like Celsius is currently burning through a deficit of $1.5 million per day, and bankruptcy legal counsel charged them $2.5 million for 18 days of work thus far. That's their first bill, which works out to around $5,800 per hour. Again, that $5,800 is probably comprised of multiple counsels and clerks working together round the clock, and they get more and more and more. And this is coming from Kirkland and Ellis, which a lot of people have said, well, if you're working for Kirkland and Ellis, you're going to get paid the good bucks, but there's better and bigger law firms that pay more, and you're not going to be as overworked as you are over there. These guys regularly work 80, 90, sometimes even more than 100 hours. Yes, you're an attorney. Yes, you're making six figures. You're getting paid $300 to $500 per hour. You're making, $200, $300, $400, $500,000 depending on how much you work. And eventually you will become a partner, probably at some other law firm. Now, with this, they are going to continue to burn millions of dollars as this gets dragged out. Now, some people are falling into conspiracy mode and saying this is exactly what Celsius wants to do. They want to protect their executives. They want to make sure that Mashinsky doesn't go to jail, and they're going to burn through all of the client's money. Some people are saying that in Europe, the client's money is held separate from the funds of the business, and if the business runs out of funds, you can't use the client funds, and that's that. In America, it works kind of differently. Pretty much, if you're a client, say goodbye to your ever shrinking more Celsius funds day by day. And these law firms will take their millions of dollars, but there's no big conspiracy where they're going to keep dragging this out until Celsius is completely broke. They will do everything they can. In fact, they actually have to speed through the first couple of weeks to make sure that they do everything right and they're able to do it in a timely manner so that other companies and other debtors are not able to grab that money. And it looks like it's going well for them, but in this case, total expenses requested in the statement, $75,002.27. Total fees requested looks like $2,495, $320.40. 80% of almost $3.119 million. So total fees and expenses thus far, a bill of $2,570,322.67, around $140,000 per day. And it looks like they're also worth another law firm, Akin, Gump, Strauss, Hauer, and Feld, LLP. Oh man, that's a mouthful. Looks like they have billed them close to $750,000 for 45 days of work. And it looks like a list of all the per hour basis invoices of various attorneys is in this file, which looks like it's from page 9 and onwards, and the link will be down below. So if we scroll down to page 9, it's a 231-page document for legal services rendered through July 31st. Looks like there's a page here that says $637,610 for one attorney. And looks like we have a whole list of other attorneys, anywhere from $249 to $43,373, $18,000, and it just keeps going on and on and on. Oh, it looks like the $637,610 is the total for this 1 month, and then it goes on, and looks like we have description of exactly what they're doing. As you can see, I mean, they're working hard. You can definitely say that, but a lot of people are concerned because these amounts are being burned very, very quickly. So what is going on? Why are they hiring multiple lawyers? Why are they hiring multiple law companies? Why are they burning millions of dollars? And why is this so expensive? Someone wrote, they're a bankruptcy lawyer. You don't drag it out needlessly. The debtor has dwindling funds, and we try and wrap things up as quickly as possible. In the month immediately before and after a bankruptcy filing of a large organization, you work around the clock, almost nonstop, sometimes to get everything ready for an orderly liquidation or restructuring, depending on the plan. It typically tapers off after that with periods of activity to litigate major issues. The alternative is chaos and creditors all suing like crazy with first come, first served cash grabs that leave people with no recovery just for finding out a week after the filing that buzzards have picked the bones clean before you even got a bite. And the benefit is that you have a whole list of people that need to get money from this company. So with restructuring, some people won't get it before others. If a company owes you and another person money, they can't drain the company dry simply by being the first to sue the company, thus leaving the other person with nothing. If you are, on the other hand, similarly situated, the process puts a freeze on things, you get categorized, and it pays you proportionally according to the class that you're in. So you're not getting your full amount back, but maybe you're going to get half back. Maybe you're going to get 20% back. Maybe there's going to be interest on top. Who knows? With crypto, it always gets confusing. So there's one case, Mt. Gox, we can always look back. You're not getting paid the full amount that you lost, but since it is crypto, the crypto value did go up, so technically you're making more than you lost. However, that's a very unique case. That's not going to happen here. This is going to be a long process. It's going to be years before you see money, and even if you do, expect to lose probably 90+%. Whatever you get back, congratulations, but there's plenty of people who said they lost 6, 7, or even 8 figures, and that is definitely difficult to recover from, especially if that's where most of your investments went. So what can you learn from this? Decentralized finance is probably the way to go. The executives of a company will always try and get out of trouble. And the lawyers will make good money, but they're going to be overworked, and they're going to defend the client till they're dying last breath. And most likely in America, you as just a victim here, you're not going to see your money until everybody else has been paid, because you're probably in one of the lowest classes. But with that said, thanks for watching. Hopefully you are enjoying this new style that it's once every 2 days. It does organize things a little bit better. We also did get a new schedule today for work, so we're actually going to be working more hours. Looks like around 8 to 8.5 more hours per week, which could turn into an additional 10. And that means less time to produce content. So it's actually perfect timing. I'm excited to produce better content here.